like that argument. We ready?
Okay. Yes. What is going on, you guys? You are watching the RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15, Episode 6 review with myself, Eric Devontae Russell, also known as the baddest bitch on the block, and the two greatest co-hosts a boy can ask for, Derek Dahmer.
Hello.
And Lawrence. Woo woo. How are you guys doing
everyone?
this week?
Good. How are you?
Great.
I am good, okay? What is this? 19 Crimes has this Martha Shard blend, and it's carrying me.
Let it carry you.
19 Crimes. That has to
Have
be
you
a Snoop
tried
Dogg
it?
brand.
I'm sorry?
That has to be a Snoop Dogg brand, right?
Yes. Well, I don't know if it's his specifically, but he does have one bottle specific, like Cali Red. That's his. And it hits. It hits. And it's hitting right now. So, moving on to RuPaul's Drag Race. So this week, we have a girls challenge, which is one of my favorite types of episodes for RuPaul's Drag Race. Last week, we said goodbye to Amethyst. And I would like to point out that this week, we did not get to any acknowledgement of her mirror message. Did y'all peep?
I didn't until I saw your outline. Was there not a mirror message?
I think they cut it for time.
We are sacrificing lipstick messages for time these days. What the real friends of WeHo is going on?
Okay, this season has been edited more than the Kardashians. I don't know what to make of any of this. We're just going with the flow of it, but like I was like, damn, and I felt like Amethyst was an integral part of the cast, so I felt like they would at least acknowledge whatever she wrote on the mirror. But they paid her dust.
You thought she was an integral part of the cast?
I feel like in terms of the girls who remained after her, she got more confessionals and more like screen time than them. So I figured
because she was always in the bottom.
So I figured at least we would get her a goodbye message. I feel like Amethyst is easier to remember than some of the other girls that got a poor edit.
Speak on it.
Drag Selena as titties?
Selena,
Basically.
Robin. There's a few girls that have not gotten a proper edit this season, but we'll get into that later. So we go into the workroom, and automatically it is just giving shade. The girls are shading Malaysia for her look. Mistress says that Malaysia Baby Doll Fox has drag delusion. How did you guys feel about this? Just at the start of the episode. Lawrence, any thoughts?
I mean, I don't know. I would think that Eminem would get along. I think that it was all in good fun, to be honest. I don't see Mistress as being like she's catty, but it's fun. It's not like I really want to see you like cry right now. Like, so I'm gonna just kind of go after you. But I also do think that it's a little easy for Mistress to go to like someone that is being edited to seem as though like she's like the underdog, or is being edited as like the yeah, you're really good, but what else type of thing. So I mean, I don't know. I was
But it's
hoping
not like
that
it's not like Mistress is seeing the edit yet.
I know, but I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I was kind of hoping. I'm really waiting for like a queen to like just completely break someone else down and break their spirit to the brink of like wanting to quit drag. Like I'm waiting for that kind of drama.
The
And
Jan edit.
I'm not getting it. Huh?
The Jan edit.
Well, no, the annoying thing about Jen is that she still persevered. I don't think she got the hit.
You are terrible. I feel like Marsha is getting it. Derek, what did you think in the beginning of this episode? Was it unnecessarily shady? Was it needed for this season?
You know, I think that the girls this season are doing a really good job of bringing some sort of drama to the TV screen. I think it's oddly refreshing since last season. And then especially All Stars when everybody got along. So it's nice. I didn't think it was unnecessary, but we see later on in the episode that this is, I guess, out of Mistress's mouth, this is how she expresses love. Just a little like shade.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So, quick pop quiz question. What do the mirror message and the mini challenge have in common? There is none. So, we move on.
They spent all the money on that $200,000 prize.
Okay, cut the lights off. So for the Maxi Challenge, Rue reveals that this week we're fast forwarding 50 years into the future for 3 Golden Gal girl groups. The 3 groups must write their own verses to a rock song, a country song, and a hip hop song. Any initial thoughts about this, or shall we keep going? Were y'all excited? Do y'all love a girl group challenge?
Boring.
Wait, boring.
I didn't think it was boring. I feel like they do this every season, but
boring.
Last season's the girl group challenge, I actually liked.
Are we talking like regular season or all star?
The
regular season.
Do you remember what it was?
The last one I remember from them is the Lady Marmalade one. Or the Moulin Rouge.
That was the Rusical.
It was.
That wasn't a girl group. It was the 70s.
Baby.
Yeah.
He's a bad boy, baby.
Oh yes, super cute.
My
super
baby,
cute.
He's the one for me.
Yes, I did enjoy that one. I love the girl group challenge. Lawrence, why do you think it's boring? Because it's predictable?
No, it's just boring. The girl group challenge is like by far one of the most rigged challenges like ever. Especially when Rue says like, you worked as a team, but this week you'll be judged. And when the fuck are we not judged individually? Like, when are we gonna get like a team win? The only time that they've done that in like recent time was UK. What season was it? The last season of UK, where like literally 6 of the queens all got repeater badges. It was so weird. I was like, what's going on here? I don't know.
We're just trying anything in our later seasons. So we find out that it's a Golden Girl group challenge. And before we get into the breakdown of the teams, we meet TikTok sensations, the old gays. Interestingly enough, though, they didn't have a segment this episode. I saw a segment online that was, of course, posted by RuPaul's Drag Race, where they were giving like insight to the importance of Friends and Good Judies and how a lot of them were around during the AIDS epidemic, the height of it, and a lot of their friends aren't here today. But none of that was shown in the actual show. I'm like, why would y'all save that for social media? This season's editing, MTV is not getting a second shot at this. I would like to put that out there on some Raven Baxter shit. They're not getting a second chance at this.
It was on Untucked.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
But why?
I don't know. I saw all over Twitter that was a misstep in production, really. MTV, that was a very valuable conversation.
You had these 3 old men come in and shock value because you're looking for like the more tone pit crew, but you have these 3 older men coming in, but they contribute nothing to the episode itself.
Right.
What are we doing?
Right. Well, if it was either that or we weren't going to see where Todrick and his friends were going to eat in the afternoon on a Saturday. Which one? Where do we?
On a scale of 1 to dead
it's
ass.
honestly like not 1 to dead ass. It's honestly not that, I don't think, because these are the same lengths that the earlier seasons had, and the earlier seasons still reign supreme for me than like the later seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race in terms of like production. I think back to like season 5 being like by far the most competitive season, probably still to date. All of those queens were like at each other's throats. There was a good amount of queens, probably like 12 or something like that. And those were 40-minute episodes. And I felt like I was getting the shade. I was getting the runway. I was getting proper preparation for the challenge. There was a mini challenge. There was a maxi challenge. Like they were squeezing all of it in there. Good lip syncs, great lip syncs. So I'm like, why is this so different? If the budget, unless they have a whole new editing staff, maybe the switch over from VH1 to MTV, somehow they just went with like another group of editors. I don't know. Whatever.
They're all under Viacom, but I'm pretty sure each franchise within Viacom has its own staff, but it's just, I think it's the structure of the subject matter that's the problem. It's like there's no cohesive storytelling here. From the girls' confessionals to you have the old gays coming through, but they have nothing to contribute to the actual episode. It's like, what? So many questions. Okay, so we find out the teams. Team 1 that is performing a metal song is going to be Sasha Colby, Malaysia Baby Doll Fox, Spice, and Aura. Team 2, who's going to be performing a country song, is Mistress Isabel Brooks, Selena S. Titties, Marsha, and Lux. And then team 3, which is the hip hop team, is Anitra, Robin, Lucy LaDuca, and Jax. So we saw a bit of dissension in terms of what team was getting which song genre. How did you guys feel about this? I personally enjoyed the drama. I felt like it was necessary. But do you feel like the tactics for picking a song genre were, I don't know, shady, unnecessary, unethical? Derek?
I think I loved it. I was living for it. I think that it's about time. I honestly feel like, was this the level of Lady Camden and Bosco's drama in season 14? Was it that level? Is it Emmy nominated drama?
I felt like that one was a little like stronger.
Yeah, that
Bosco
was
and
much
Lady.
more intense.
Camden was about to beat Bosco's ass.
Okay.
And you better fucking kill it, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
You bum bitch. Right. You in your middle strap and your bras and panties.
I'm gonna cut all your fucking bras and panties up. No. Yeah, I thought it was lovely. I'll have to point out that I thought heavy metal was an odd choice to go after and fight over. But while they were doing that, I love how Jax and the rest of the hip hop crew was like, they're like going back and forth over heavy metal, and Jax is like, well, we're doing hip hop. We're doing hip hop. we're doing hip hop, and then how ironic. I think you guys know where I'm going with this. Like,
yes.
Later on, did you want hip hop?
Yeah, the editors gave them the same finger.
Okay.
What do you say?
The editors gave them the same finger.
Right,
they
right.
Gave the other group.
You on hip hop? Oh, you on hip hop, eh?
Okay.
Yo, but that was funny. That was good TV. It was good TV.
Good TV. Lawrence, what were your thoughts?
It wasn't good enough. Like, I wanted to see like some jugulars get chopped up, and like I really wanted to see them go for the gusto, but they probably did, and it was again just edited out. They were just like, yeah, 10 seconds of fight should suffice. Like
10 seconds, nothing more.
Yeah.
I wanted Wintergreen to break them up. Literally split them apart.
Imagine Wintergreen is still walking around production in drag. I'd be like, all right, sis, there's more to this story.
Let her hair go. Let her hair go.
It would have probably been better had they had time to like actually like form their groups instead of forming it like on the fly. That would have caused like some drama, and then had like, you know, like had them, I don't know, like the winner of the last lip sync. Who was the winner of the last lip sync? Selena, right? Had her like distribute the songs. I don't know, like just
or the winner of the challenge,
or the winner of the challenge, either one. But I mean, like let's just like I don't know. Let's pinpoint one person as being like the bitch, as opposed to just like, yeah, squabble, chicken, squabble. Let the music play. Like, it's just weird, huh?
You don't feel like they're making it Mistress subtly?
No. The only reason why Mistress would, the only reason why she would have something like that is really based off of the show. The fact that like her Instagram kind of keeps getting canceled. People automatically deem that as like a troublemaker. Anytime someone Instagram gets like banned or whatever, they usually like kind of see that. But if you're gonna really kind of make her out to be the villain, then really make her out to be the villain.
Like some I'm trying to think who was a clear villain on their season.
Fifi.
The Vixen.
The Vixen, but that's for so many reasons that I don't care to unpack on Black History Month.
Well, she was the villain, like on the. I mean, there's no whatever. And according to her OnlyFans, like I don't know how much she cares about Black History Month. So we're not even gonna like whatever.
We're gonna unpack that after this. So we go to the recording scene / choreo scene, and who are your standouts? Who is just like killing it? Who is struggling? I have in my notes that my girl Robin is struggling. Boots.
For me, I just wanted This was like the foreplay to the main event. I just really I it wasn't much for me. Like just watching them. What I will say is I do love Leland. Do you guys? He's in charge of a lot of the spoof music that I don't. I'm sorry, I don't mean to disrespect. I don't. Maybe it's not spoof music, but he is behind a lot of the some of the great songs.
Satire music.
Yeah, like I love that part. So anytime Leland is involved in the music on Drag Race, I love it. Wondering if he is was he in charge of oh, what was that one song from Drag Race? It's gonna come to me. But anyway, that was my standout. Other than that, it's kind of boring seeing. Oh, Mistress saying, but you guys did all this for that to give that. So she's kind of getting a villain edit, but
Mistress was cutting up this episode. Lawrence, what were your thoughts watching the recording scene?
Pass.
Yeah, I feel that. I wanted to add that Sasha Colby is definitely top 4 material. At first, I wasn't a believer because of the hype that she came with, but this season she has shown and proved that she's definitely going to make it to the Final 4. Like
she's giving. She is.
There's
giving.
no questions.
She's giving that.
Yeah, very that
gorgeous or cheddar gorgeous. Sasha.
Sasha gorgeous.
Okay, and is. So we go to, it's still the studio scene, but now it's the choreography portion of it. How do you guys feel about the exchange between the queens, mostly between the metal and the country groups? Because the hip hop group is so unbothered with all of this.
How do we feel about what?
In regards to like the country team critiquing the metal team's choreography, or stepping up, Sasha Colby feeling like she has something to prove because the country team is underestimating them. Were there any thoughts here where y'all just like fast forward this shit?
Fast forward this shit.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
You know,
why not? The editors are fast forwarding everything, so why can't we?
Okay. I was literally cleaning the Airbnb as this was this was going on.
This season is given Amazon Prime, 3 days or less. Okay, so we move to the workroom. During the next day, the queens get ready for the runway, and Sasha talks about the beauty of being an older queen and her struggles breaking boundaries as a trans woman. She speaks about the raids from police officers and having to wear buttons that say "I'm a boy" when you're a trans woman. I know in the past we have categorized parts of the show like this as sob stories, but I did think that there was a certain richness in this because I never heard that narrative in the LGBTQIA movement of trans women having to wear the "I'm a boy" button, and you know, like the fish queens trying to cover it with their hair but then having to move it. That's extreme as
yeah, I thought this was rich as well. I'm happy that they at least kept this part in, but I think we're seeing a certain formula with the episodes here where this is around Elimination Day workroom time, and we get a story from each of the like 1 or 2 queens an episode. So this was Sasha Colby's episode, and that was such rich history and enlightening because I didn't know that myself either. So I appreciated that, and just knowing how successful she's been with drag, and she is one of the oldest queens in the bunch. I think it was great to hear it from her.
Absolutely. Lawrence, did you have any thoughts about this scene?
Yeah, I mean, it was nice to see because all we ever hear of like Sasha Colby is like legend, and so it was nice to kind of get like a glimpse into like the other side of Sasha Colby, not just like the facade of her, but like the person that she is. She's only 37, which kind of makes me think like she's not even old, but to like have kind of been alive during like that kind of like time where like you had to wear like a button that like said I am blah blah blah. It just kind of makes you feel like things haven't like, I don't know. I don't even want to really like kind of get into it, but it is a lot of work to do.
Like we're not too far. We're not far removed from certain changes. We're still in the heart of the movement. It feels very present. But I agree. I like the idea that now we're figuring out what Sasha has been through that contributes to her legendary status. It provides more backstory, so I'm glad we made time for that. Let's go to the runway. I think we should I'll start with the performances and then we can talk about the runway itself. So first up, we have Team 1, the country team, which is Mistress, Selena, Marsha, and Lux. How did you guys feel about this performance? Derek?
I actually really liked old band. Is it the banjo? The banjo?
No, I didn't write that down.
Yeah, the banjo girls or the gals. I actually really liked them. I thought Mistress did a really good job. Lux, Selena, Marsha. I think this group did a really good job. They started off strong. I thought they all played their character very well. I love the lyrics. I don't think they had too much of a hand in the lyrics. I think that was all Leland. But I thought it was good. They looked good. Yeah, because what were they listening to? I think they were listening to the beat.
The beat itself.
But they were saying that it sounded funny. I think Spice or one of the girls said it was funny. It sounded like something they do. I think they heard the beat, but they also heard Leland or somebody pre-record the track, and then they rapped over it. I mean, they put their own spin to it. That's what I thought.
Because it also has a hook. Because I know that the challenge itself was for each of them to write their own verses, so maybe they heard the hook that was already provided.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
I guess.
This team I thought they all looked great. Marsha added a little extra makeup, and I thought it was nice. They did a really good job.
Break Marsha down. Lawrence, thoughts?
I think they all did a really good job.
I agree. I thought this team was very good. I thought that they were good with emoting and staying in the theme of being older women. That never was lost upon me. So that was good. Let's move on to Team 2, the metal team. Sasha, Malaysia, Spice, and Aura. How did you guys feel about this? Lawrence, kick us off.
Sasha, just really great. But she was the standout for me. Malaysia, I thought she also did a really good job. I think that they actually all did a pretty good job. I didn't think that anybody was. Who was it was Aura, Mistress, Sasha, and Malaysia?
Spice. Sasha, Malaysia, Spice, and Aura.
Okay, Sasha, Malaysia, Spice, and Aura. Spice did good, but I can barely remember. But I feel like what?
Go ahead.
I said I can barely remember, but I feel like she didn't look old. I don't know. I only really remember Sasha's performance. I thought that was like really, really good. But I think collectively the last group had done better collectively than the other two groups did. But individually, I think Sasha so far has like knocked it out of the park.
I feel like the issue with Spice for me was that the makeup was there. The aesthetic was there, but the voice did not translate into an older woman. It was very much like, I'm going to give you guys the physical appeal of an older woman, but I'm not going to do the vocal part. And that's the thing that I feel like she was struggling with in this challenge. And a few other girls were struggling with this as well. It was kind of just like, it's not about physically presenting as an older woman. It's about embodying an older woman. And I feel like that's where Spice fell short, as well as the next team that we're going to move on to, which is the hip hop team. Because the judges...
Drag me. I didn't get the same one.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry. Right. I flipped it this time. Derek, go ahead. My bad.
That's like me skipping Malaysia every week when I facilitate. Oh. Speaking of Malaysia,
sorry.
No, you're all good. Team 2. I don't really have much. This was my least favorite group. I thought Sasha did very well, and I think one thing Spice is going to do is be a twink, because it just did not translate as an older woman. And then, yeah, but I forgot who else is Aura, sure, and then I'm missing somebody else. Malaysia. Well, I thought Malaysia did. My middle name is what? Arthritis or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on my LinkedIn. That was funny. Other than that, yeah.
It's crazy that you said Aura, sure, knowing the outcome of this challenge. But we will get into that soon. I thought it was cool. You know, honestly, the production of this song was pretty good. Both songs, all three songs, I thought had really great production. Like they were songs that I was like, these are cute. I'm not gonna download them because of subject matter. But like sonically, Lucian was onto something. So now moving on to Team 3, which is the hip hop team, and that consists of Anitra, Robin Fierce, Lucy LaDuca, and Jax. Derek, thoughts?
I love this group. I love this song. This group was my favorite group. I thought they did phenomenal. Which is crazy. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's just crazy how the episode ended because I genuinely think everyone did a pretty decent job. I did not notice Anitra missing some words until I rewatched it, and I was like, okay, yeah, she did that about 2 or 3 times, and that's a lot considering the lyrics that she had to deliver. It wasn't that much, right? Yeah. And then my favorite out of that group is Lucy LaDuca. She ate that up. I don't care. My girl ate that up. When I tell you Lucy LaDuca, old mashed potato mouth having ass, granny ass bitch, that hoe delivered like no other. It just needed to be the juice. This group made this challenge look so much fun. I would love to be an older lady in the challenge. This was so cool.
You just want an AARP card, and that's fine.
I loved it.
That's good. It was a really solid group for me, but don't leave it to the judges to tell you that. Lawrence, what did you think?
Yeah, this was like one of the biggest showings of like edit dumping I've ever seen, like ever. Like it felt like a brew of like toxic stew. Like I'm watching it and I'm like, I'm living for this. And it's almost as if it's almost as if the episode was filmed and they pulled RuPaul to the side or the judges to the side and said that they need individual shots of them just looking blank. Like it felt like that, so we can just go ahead and splice it in there so that way it's just very clear who the bottoms are. And I'm like looking at it and I'm like, am I missing what the whole point of the challenge was? Because they're having fun, they look hip-hop, the tracksuits pretty much say hip-hop, they're old, but it kind of came off like those old young granny type of like vibe, which I think is what the whole point was. So I'm like, am I supposed to be frowning right now? And this is why I don't trust RuPaul's emotions and like a lot of things, like all that hysterical cackling. I'm like, that wasn't that funny. But then I'm also like, well, I actually enjoyed this, and it was disheartening. I mean, as much as like I tear down queens on this channel, it was so disheartening to actually watch like an actual judge do that, just from like the lack of like emoting of anything. I'm like, at the very least they're trying, they're part of like your competition. Like I don't understand why that harshly. It's one thing to just kind of like, you know, hey, like we know what that means. It's another thing to just be like vapid. And I'm like, I didn't really appreciate that. I didn't like that. Especially since I think that they actually did do a good job. They weren't doing poorly. They weren't forgetting like lines, whatever the case is. There was another thing that I wanted to say too. I feel like Anitra is getting the black pepper edit from UK4. She won the first challenge, and that's pretty much the only challenge she's gonna win. It's
Damn,
gonna be
Derek,
like
how you
just
feel about that?
safe. It's gonna
How
be
do you
like
feel
safe.
about that?
Actually, me and Anitra are going through a tough time right now, and we can discuss that when we talk about her runway. So I'm not too far removed from Lawrence's opinion, and that's exactly what it is, sweetie. Can I say one more thing? And then I know you're gonna go there. First of all, Robin ate that up. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Robin ate that up. The split was it. The charisma was it. Like that was the most I've seen of Robin this whole season. And
Absolutely.
Anitra had like other than Lucy, Anitra had my second favorite verse. She's ghetto on the inside. That's a black girl. That's a black girl.
See,
Don't
not
give
too much. It's for
Don't
Black
give too
History
much.
Okay.
Yeah, don't give too
I'm
much.
sorry. That is that not on Black History Month.
She's
Not on
traveled.
any month,
She's traveled.
sweetie.
Every episode you guys are you guys are chewing me up.
You're so out of pocket. Last week you wanted someone to hurt themselves and break their leg, and then now this week she's like black, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay.
Yo, stop it! I can't. I'm wilded.
No, yeah, you really jumped out the window with that one. But I appreciate that. For me personally, I was just trying to do a bit of devil's advocate in regards to why the judges could have been critiquing them so harshly, and maybe just maybe Rue really wanted them to exist in the satire and ideology that they are older, elderly women that cannot break dance, that cannot bust a move, that can make like strictly what's the word? What is the word for older people? Geriatric. Thank you. Geriatric. I think that is what they wanted, and because these girls were doing like spinaroonies and shit, like Rue was like, it's a chop. But this also could be production, because I was watching this as a fan and I was like, they're eating this up. I don't know any old women that can do any of this, but this performance itself is quality. So I really don't know. I'm just trying to get inside the judges' heads. But I'm with y'all on that. I am. And I mean, obviously somebody
setup. Give them like a folk music then. Like, why would you give them something that's young in nature and high in energy in nature if you wanted them to break a hip and be old? It would make no sense to me, because you know what? They're still drag queens. We're not actually old people. So yeah, you kind of defy what old kind of looks like. We look old, but we can still move. Had they not done any of those things, that would be the first critique. It's hip hop, guys. I didn't feel any like, and now that like if that was the case, not saying that it wasn't the case, but if that was the case, it's almost kind of like, oh my god, that was so bad. What a setup. Like, what a setup. It's probably like production like came to them off camera when the other two groups were arguing and was just like, trust me, hip hop is the way you guys want to go. Let them argue. You know what I mean? And like now it's like, yeah, we're gonna get our bottom four here. Like, it just feels so like
stage.
It's so sad because like these drag queens go like on this show for various reasons, and it's not fair in a lot of ways for even like us to have like this show, like this panel show like that we do every week, critiquing them when we haven't even really gotten to know any of them. It's just so sad. Like, I'm just like, I feel like I don't remember any performances except for just the ones that are like being shoved in my face all the time. So like when they were critiquing Robin about like just kind of playing it safe and being in the background, well, she didn't declare herself safe. You guys did. I'm like, how would she control that? If that's the case, then give her a low so that way she can get critiqued, even if it's a negative one, so we can at least remember who she is. I don't know. It was just very disappointing.
Valid. Really I think a nice change of pace would have been where we don't feel like we have to do a team is in the bottom specifically. I think pick the weakest of each group, or like whichever group has two as well, and just make them the bottom. Like, let's mix it up. Let's keep some. I feel like this season is so focused on time management that everything is done in a very obvious way, and there's no real room to think or like guess. Everything is like spelled out for you. You know who won the mini challenge based on who got the most screen time. You know who's winning this challenge, and everything is very. I feel like I already know who's gonna win, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But my thing is like, if there's three girl groups and you need a bottom four, take the weakest ones from each group and just make them the bottom four. It doesn't have to be based on team. But child, MTV is not getting a second round at this. Like, I swear to God, I really don't see it. So are you guys ready to bring it to the runway, or do we have any more thoughts?
Nope, runway.
Runway? All right. So first, we have Jax. Oh, category is tie-dye 4. Tie-dye to dye 4.
We need to talk about
tie-dye to dye 4.
The ultimate.
Tie-dye she better do.
I know we probably don't have it. We probably don't have it, but the real star of the night was Rupaul.
Oh, the look?
Mama's clitoris was out.
Monetization is but a dream.
Okay, listen, the dress was short.
It was cute. It was
short.
Cute. The hair too.
It gave very much RuPaul Drag Race season 14 promo. UK Down Under promo. It was short.
Down Under for real.
Legs was out. Okay?
My pussy's on fire, so less fabric.
Mama was teaching the girls. It was it. I loved it. I loved it. That was the look. I know we don't have it. Sorry, you guys, but
that was a good look. I'm glad you acknowledged it. It was a really good look. Lawrence, do you have anything you want to add about Ru's look?
No.
Okay.
RuPaul.
So first up in our category of tie-dye to dye for, we have Jax. Lawrence, kick us off.
I
just can't. Why would she do this?
No, because you could a couple weeks ago though, but hey.
Her look a couple weeks ago was actually really good. Unlike the looks that you think are really good when really they're bottom two worthy. But this is like go home immediately worthy. I mean, when she was putting on the orange spandex suit from Amazon, I wonder what the other queens were thinking. Like, I wonder what they were thinking. Like, wait, Jax, what are you going for here? Why are you doing this? It makes no sense. The lime green hair, it's a non-toot for me.
A non-toot. I think that may be the first in our review history. Non-toot. Derek.
Trend alert!
Non-toot?
No, it is a boot. I am so sick of you guys standing Jax every week. This is not it. This is not it. No. Okay, Lawrence. Not it.
Wait, you're going to have to explain that, because when do I stand Jax? I said that she looked like Monique Hart and Tiny had a baby. How is that standing her?
Yeah, that was definitely out of pocket.
Like, how is that standing her?
That was so out of pocket.
Stop it, tearing down these black women. Okay. I have no idea what's going on here. I feel like maybe I'm not. Is this tie-dye or snakeskin? It's not. I don't understand the orange. I feel like we've seen this hair. I don't like the hair. The hair is always off. I'm not quite sure about the orange bodysuit. That is when I say trend alert, I mean these girls are really getting this shit off of Amazon Prime. Like what was the the booty shorts? It's like I guess her aesthetic is very like. Did the girls call it Banji? Like that type of thing, and it's not it.
That's not Banji. That's just like cheap. I feel like the orange spandex suit could have worked had it been altered like to some capacity. Had it been altered, and also like lime green hair is not the best up against orange. It just literally looked like like melted crayon to me. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know. Jax. I don't know.
But we think you're a great person. You're probably a great person.
I didn't say I don't know her. I didn't say that she was a great person. Who said that?
I think maybe she is a great
Oh
person.
yeah, speak for yourself. I don't know who she is.
I feel bad because I tear her apart almost every week on this review show. But I'm sure she's a sweetheart from Connecticut, the rough side of Connecticut.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well let me go before this goes to hell. So for me personally, in regards to Jax's look, hold on. Hey Davion.
Hey Davion. Hi Davion, and hi to all my Dom dolls out there. I love you guys so much and all my Domnation. What? Oh wow.
Yeah, that's for you being on the Vixens OnlyFans. I wouldn't search that. So moving on back to Jax. I disagree with you guys in regards to the hair. I actually really did enjoy the hair. I feel like if she didn't have that orange bodysuit on, nothing would have made sense. And I know that it didn't fully make sense as it was presented, but without that, nothing would have made sense. So I feel like she was really just trying to connect the pieces. I think, like Lawrence was saying, if she had repurposed the orange bodysuit into a situation where she took the colors from her actual fabric and integrated that into the bodysuit to make a whole tie-dye illusion, then it would have looked more cohesive, and then there wouldn't be this question of why are you wearing an orange bodysuit. It would have been like, okay, so she's orange tie-dye, but everything matches. So I think that was a miss on her part. But I do like it. I do like it. Let me look at it again to see if it's a toot or a boob. It's not enough. It's not enough, and that's why I'm going to give it a boop. But had she turned that orange bodysuit into a whole tie-dye thing and everything was a cohesive outfit, I would have tooted it. But I do like the hair. So moving on, we have the Robin Fierce. I will kick this off because I am willing to be a secretary in her fan club.
Really?
I think, you know me, I like the girls I like, and I want to support her. She ain't get no screen time. Somebody has to be an advocate. I thought that the look was pretty. I think that the hair was beautiful. Robin Fierce never looks bad. It's just a matter of, is she memorable? And I don't think that this is an outfit that you would remember necessarily, but aesthetically it's pretty. I toot it. I do. Lawrence, thoughts on the Robin Fierce?
I don't like the cut part, like the thing in the center. I don't like that at all. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. Yeah, it's a two. She looks really pretty. I feel like pretty much that's the only thing I ever say about Robin. She just looks really pretty.
That's all you get
I
to
wish
see?
I had more. I don't. Well, no, she's also walking on the runway in her garment, and she just always looks really pretty. There's never anything dynamic to me about like what she's wearing, regardless of the fact that they only get 3.3 seconds on the runway in each episode. But I don't know. It doesn't look bad. It's a two.
Derek?
I will toot this. I think she looks really good. I love the colors. It's a beautiful color. She's so beautiful. I love this hair. For some reason, it's something about the makeup I'm not too crazy about. I don't know why.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I mean, it looks good. But I just feel like it maybe something could have.
She's giving you realness. That's the kind of issue that I'm seeing, like a running trend here, is that they're afraid to put makeup on. You're a drag queen, drag it up. Put. If she had like even like tie-dyed makeup, because if you look at the dress, I wouldn't call that like tie-dye. I wouldn't look at a dress like that and be like, oh, somebody tie-dyed the shit out of this, or that it's been altered. It kind of looks like it's a fabric that was made that way, like a dress
Like
that
a
you would
purple
see in.
fusion ombre type of thing.
Yeah, it looks like something you can buy
At
that you can
Primark.
buy at PriceMart. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know.
Actually, hash it out. Yeah, actually, you know what? She is giving realness, but I'm not mad at that. She talks about it in her what you packing. Oh, sorry.
Mhm.
I think
okay.
you watched it, you already know.
Spoiler alert.
That it's just I don't know. She very lady, very classy, very darling, and it's just everything is that. And I actually really do love this look. I'm gonna toot it.
Okay.
You love the look?
Oh yeah, I actually do. She looks good. She looks good.
She does look good. And I think in comparison, I don't feel like, the crazy thing, Lawrence in our group chat, he fans out over Irene, sometimes to my just annoyance.
The
But
true winner of season 15.
He digresses. So I was saying that with that image of Irene, and then in comparison to what we're seeing on the runway, I'm like,
Oh, what?
I'm saying you may have a point. You may. I'm not saying she's a true winner. I'm just saying that the quality of drag that we're not getting on this season. No, that's not what I meant to say.
We're getting realness.
Irene feels like she should still be a part of the cast because of the level of elevation. I do feel like the drag that she brings should still be on the main stage, and maybe there's some people that are still here that shouldn't right now, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that in. But we're moving on to Derek's ex, Anitra. Derek, kick it off.
Get it off the screen.
Okay. Anitra's not my ex. We are just going through something. No. Can I just see it one more time? I'm sorry. It's just
must.
What we're going through is that every week, I have this thing where I get sick of saying the same shit over and over again. Truthfully, honestly. Mm-hmm. And Anitra, we need more drag. Like, and it was said on the pit stop, it's like love your skin and love the skin you're in, because really she relies on her body and like a little bit of garment. Nothing she's done has been on the runway, at least, has been spectacular, and I just want that from her because I'm rooting for her. I want her to go all the way. But yeah, I'll boot it because I'm tired of saying the same thing over and over again, even though I know she already filmed the shit. But I'll boot it because I want it more.
So that it's a boot for me. It's just not enough. Lawrence?
It's definitely a boot. You know what? That's not the same girl that we saw earlier in the season. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like Anitra's kind of checked out. I really do. Even I remember when like she was getting critiqued on the main stage, she was shivering like a cold puppy. Like her hands were in front of her. Like it was not the karate chopping, split diva girl that I just kind of saw pushing through like that. It's just not the same girl. And it kind of scares me because I feel like something behind the scenes is just kind of like going on that obviously like we're not seeing, or like there's just some kind of like dumping. I don't know what it is. But whatever. I'm sure it'll all come out when they go to Roscoe's. But I do think that it is a boot. She needs to be wearing more clothes.
Yeah. When let's think about the winter season, right? And then they run a new winner walks in the workroom for the next winter season. And they have this fabulous what do they call it? Like beef footage or package of their legacy on RuPaul's Drag Race. And it's like Raja, 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 or Trinity, that ass, or Monet or Shea Coulee is a star. What package are we going to use for Anitra? I know it's only episode 6, and we click like I'm not saying whatever, but her package right now it can't just be. You better walk that conduct. Like it just can't be that.
It can be.
It can be.
What if that was her only package? She would not be on All Stars.
Like
I don't
all
think
winners?
so. I
No,
think
I don't think she can live off of. I don't think she can live as a winner. You better walk that duck. Her runways have not been bringing it. She hasn't been bringing it.
they haven't been bringing it, but I don't think that like the runway part of like her drag is like where she excels. She's just not a look queen. She happens to have like a look. It kind of gives like very Tia Coffee from season 1 of, or season 2 of UK 2, where you have like no, but
Which
like
one of
she
our
has like the
crown
body
queens?
to wear what she wants to wear, but fashion was not Tia Coffee's strong suit. And I'm not saying that what Anitra is wearing is bad. It's just not like her thing. I think she's just like really a performer. So I say throw her in the bottom 2 so we can see her perform.
Wait, can I just ask which one of our crown queens have not turned looks on the runway? And don't say Jinx because she's queen of all queens. I'm gonna consider her example.
Bob. Yeah.
Bob.
Okay.
Bob wore that fucking robot suit, and I still haven't forgiven Bob for that.
Bianca.
But you know, at the very least, Bianca sews her own garments. I will say that she makes all of her own looks, which is a plus.
So does Anitra.
A plus.
Anitra's not wearing anything, Derek. What was sewn? She slapped some Elmer's glue on her fucking tit, and then wrapped and then, like drew some crayons like across and walked out on the runway. What are you talking about? Bianca actually had like full garments. They were all the same. But they were hers. We knew she knew how to push a damn sewing machine. Like,
come on, Bonet.
I don't know. And Bianca was just so damn good at her challenges. It only made sense. But
her and Bob, same thing.
Yeah.
Neither one are fashion queens, but where they lack, everything else is such a plus that it's like, all right.
You just had to, yeah. I don't know.
Respect it. Okay, so next up we have Marsha. Lawrence, kick us off. What do you feel about this outfit?
It's a boot. I don't know what the hell Marsha's thinking, or if she is thinking or not. I don't know what's going on. She's still trying to give like realness, and maybe that's just her brand. I don't know. I'm getting kind of tired of it. Actually, no, I am tired of it. I'm not getting kind of tired of it. I am tired of it. I'm not seeing it. No, it's a boot. But cute nosebleed. I mean, she looks pretty.
Definitely looks pretty, but it's just not enough. And also,
it's not even tie-dye.
What is this theme? What is this theme? And I was going through the comments when they posted the runways, and someone was like, it was supposed to be like a tie of blood and, to die. I'm like, that doesn't even look like a tie. Like, nothing makes sense.
Don't over conceptualize, especially when you haven't done enough looks-wise to warrant like trying something new. Trying something new would be putting makeup on, Marsha. That would be trying something new. That's foundational. Like, hello. I don't know. She did post on her Instagram. I still follow her. And she did post like an alternate look, which I think would have did better.
It would have did better because it's more in theme.
Right. So I don't know. I don't know what that was about. And all things considered too, sorry, I'm rambling, but all things considered, this category is pretty common. Like, this is pretty common. This is not like the theme that you would spend $3,000 for a designer to make you a look for this runway category. You know what I mean? this is not the one. So really, they all could have been toots on the runway, but the fact that they kind of weren't is like, what's going on? Everything is kind of giving like I didn't get my garment in time and I had to make do with what I had. I don't know what's going on.
Do you know what would have been cunt? Do you guys remember the tie-dye machine where it's like you put a paper inside and it spins and you spray paint and then it kind of just goes and then it like turns? If a queen could have did that, like took like 3 paint bottles and just like spun and then it just consumed their body, cunt. I don't know what was going on here, but the girl said bare minimum. I don't know. Derek, what are your thoughts about Marsha's look? It's a boot for me, by the way.
It's a boot for me for Marsha. I think that I was just so upset watching this. I thought the concept was cool, cute. I mean, that could have been something for something else, but not for this challenge. In fact, if she wanted to use this whole nosebleed situation for this runway, she should have Instacarted some motherfucking tie-dye, used that hotel bathroom, and what was she wearing? All white? Dip the bottom of that, get some rubber bands and dip the bottom of it in some water and some tie-dye to make it look like the blood was coming right here, but like the rest was like ombre of like red or something. Like she had a chance to really do something different, and I don't think it met the assignment. Yeah, she should have did something different. She should that was so strange.
It was a choice.
Yeah,
it was a choice.
choices.
So we have next. We have Malaysia Baby Doll Fox. It's a toot for me. I think she looks really pretty. That's all I got for it. I love the blonde, love the makeup. It's tie-dye for sure.
That's
yeah,
tie-dye?
I think so.
That looks more like The Spy Who Shagged Me.
It does give The Spy Who Shagged Me, and that might make me want it more. Yeah, it gives tie-dye. It does. Look at the color palettes.
Oh, what is the Spy that shagged me? I was born in the 90s.
The Spy That Shagged Me is Austin
too.
Powers and Gold member. It's like 97, 98. It's like the second. It's after the International Man of Mystery, Spy Who Shagged Me, Gold member. But this tie-dye doesn't have a distinctive pattern, so I feel like it can fall under the guise of tie-dye. It's a toot. I like it.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad. It's a two, I guess.
It's a soft toot for me. I do love these colors on Malaysia. I feel like all of her runways this season, there's just something I do different. There's always something that I do different. No matter like whatever she wears, it's just something is just not. And I feel like it's the pink underneath that's kind of throwing me off. Something about that could be better or done differently.
Like as a base? Like as a base? I think the pink is a base, no?
Yeah.
The pink is the base. Maybe if this had like some like a glove situation instead.
What if it was nude instead of the pink in the midsection?
If it was what?
A nude color in the midsection.
Wouldn't that just make it brown?
Yeah, that
kind of goes against tie-dye.
But I feel like it would have been a two-piece. It would have looked like a two-piece set or something different. I don't really. It's a soft for me.
If it was brown,
I like the colors though.
I don't know if I care for the ostrich feathers. I guess it's to like kind of
wondering if that was
glam it up, but I didn't. It's very rare that I don't care for ostrich feathers, but I don't actually think that it works here.
Feathers.
Yeah, in the back. I thought that's
back.
Like on the shoulder detail. She doesn't look bad. Malaysia looks good. The shape is nice. The shape is right. Again, I'm really not a fan of like those things that cut off queens, like solid chunk of pink in the center of her body. I don't like stuff like that, but she looks good. The hair looks good. It's very true to Malaysia and actually LaShawn Beyond design.
She made it?
Yeah.
Wow.
LaShawn was like, "You gonna see me on Drag Race, even though it ain't my season."
LaShawn she's known for that though. Like she makes a lot of looks.
Yeah, she's sickening. Bring her back for All Stars. Justice for LaShawn Beyond.
How come you can't do your makeup? How come your makeup not nice?
Okay, this ain't RuPaul's best friend race, bitch. So next up we have Lucy LaDuca. It's definitely tie-dye. It's definitely tie-dye. I want to start by saying that. I'm bored with it. It's a boot. Even when she came out on the runway, I was like, assignment was met. That's not a part of the critique. It's just like something about it at the bottom was like stiff and it seemed like it had to be pulled down. And I was just like, I don't care. I probably saw this on Blair St. Clair in like one color.
I'll toot it. I think I really love Lucy's drag. The thing about Lucy is it's a little too perfect. I would love for her to do something different. The assignment was met with the tie dye, but everything she does is
very textbook.
yeah, you know, and it's like okay, I'm looking forward to seeing her something different, but yeah, it's serviceable.
Assignment was met. Lawrence?
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind like her whole like aesthetic of being like, you know, whatever. It worked for Valentina, so surely it can work for Lucy. Valentina goes to
Valentina was
bed like
sickening. This is week 2 where y'all have been trying to downplay Valentina.
I'm not
I didn't say
downplaying
anything
Valentina.
about
Valentina
Not
is
you, Lawrence.
sickening, but Valentina lives in a perpetual state of delusion. She does. And so even when she's not sickening, she still thinks that she's sickening, which is a part of her brand. Valentina's about herself. And I think that like she always has like the whole even when the girls were reading her, I always just laugh because she didn't care. She was just like, give me my trophy. Like I won. Like that's all she cares about. I think Lucy's kind of the same way. I can't help but to feel like every week, and I know I'm not, but every week I feel like I'm looking at the same thing from Lucy. Every week. It doesn't matter how different it is. I feel like either like just the hair I feel like I've seen before, the makeup I've seen before, the garment I've seen before. I don't know what that is. But at least like she's memorable. I can't boot it because it meets the assignment and it looks good. But I think like Eric said, like I'm a little just meh.
but she's been doing this for a really long time and
it shows, and that's the consistency. But it's like it might be time to switch some things up, maybe ugly it up a bit, like just something else. Do my hair, something else. Next up we have Selena Estites. I will go first. I think that this is gorgeous. I think that dress is gorge. I think the makeup is gorge. I think the hair is gorge. It's a 2. It was actually one of my preferred looks on the runway, quite honestly.
I will toot it. I'll just say that Selena Estides tends to do the most with her looks. Like every episode, it's something. It's a lot. Take something off. Take one thing off, please. Just leave one thing in the goddamn workroom, please. But the colors are beautiful. The colors are beautiful.
What would you recommend that she had removed?
Is this a train?
I believe so.
Do we need it? I don't think we needed it.
I think it's good for the. I like it. The extra Vava boom. It kind of gives that Ariel aesthetic or like water under her. I like it.
I will say that she is a queen that does try. She does try. When we talk about the girls bringing looks, she's trying. She's trying. It's just for me, it just seems like sometimes it's a little all over the place. I might be cloudy because of some of her first couple of episodes worth of drag. We're like, what is going on here? Yeah.
That's what her edit has given too. Like the try hard, but I appreciate that because I feel like there's some other queens this season that are not trying hard enough. Lawrence.
It's definitely a 2. I think Selena looks like a drag queen.
She does.
And I feel like I'm missing a lot of that with some of these girls. Like one thing you can't say is that she's not doing not doing drag here. Like she looks like a drag queen performer. I actually really like this a lot. I love like the exaggeration of like the top part meets the bottom part. I like, especially in that picture, like how it culminates like at the bottom. The hair was also tie-dyed, which was really, it was good. And she's still, and this is what I really kind of wanted to see from Selena, is that she's still Selena. It's just dragged up. It's elevated. There's like a, and one thing that I will say, and I really noticed this about like Selena, is that no matter what, she's happy to be there. And I love queens that are like happy to be there. Even like Jan, like it was annoying, but I can understand why someone like that's just like so young, realizing their dreams coming true, even if they don't win. There's something really great about that, right? Getting to meet RuPaul before, before she takes that nasty fall. I think that
Oh my
something could be said
God.
like about that.
Oh
What?
my God.
What?
Nothing.
What did I say?
Go
Oh.
ahead. Go ahead.
So I think that that's like really really great and like very positive. I definitely give it a 2. That was one of my favorites for the night, actually. I can't believe I said that about Selena, but it
I
was one of
can't
my
believe you
favorites for
said
that
that
night.
about RuPaul.
What did I say before she takes that nasty fall?
Yes, and that is one of
Do
my
you-
favorite episodes of The Parkers.
That is so
But, like-
funny. Well, Derek wanted Aura Mayora to break all the bones in her body.
All right, next queen. Next up, we have Lux Noir London. I will go first. Gorge. Super 2. Super 2. Gorgeous. My winner of the season, Lux Noir London. Super 2. Gorgeous. Perfect. She reminds me of Simone's cousin.
Simone's cousin.
Something about Lux reminds me of Simone. Derek, go ahead. You're clearly hyperventilating.
You guys remember, that thing where you're watching Why Did I Get Married? And Jill Scott leaves her tired ass man and she's surrounded by her girls. And then she's just overwhelmed with the new love in her life. And then she's just sitting there thinking about her new future. And then she sits there and she goes, oh! Do you guys remember that part?
Yes, of course. In the bathroom with the girls.
That's Lux. In my Ross Matthew voice.
You ate that.
I love this queen, okay? Like she is, baby, when I tell you Lux is owning it, it is very, in a way, before I compare her to Simone, I just have to, just give her props as an individual, as a young millennial. This girl, is she, Jen?
I don't, she might be in the last of the millennials.
Okay, she's like 21, 22?
She's 22.
This look is bomb. This is so fire. The hair is tie-dye. The outfit is tie-dye. Like, it's drag, baby. It is sex. It is Fenty Savage runway show. Like, it is bomb. It is so good. And she's been pretty consistent with her runways, even to like being chained to cement on the main stage. She looks so good. I can go on and on. I'll say the one last thing. This is so Simone, but it's different. Simone has that. Baby, she has something that's fresh. That's like, I'm here, baby. Yes. Yeah. And I love that about her. This season is becoming a lot more clear.
Yeah, it's making a lot of sense.
Yeah.
In the 5 minutes of it. Lawrence?
Shoot, by the way. Shoot.
I wouldn't give this a shoot, but I will definitely give it a 2. I've seen her look, her design challenge. That was a shoot. But this is really nice. I hate to be that person, but I'm going to be that person anyway. If this was on a larger queen, it wouldn't have worked. This is like a quintessential, very like twink outfit. So yes, like it looks beautiful. Lux is she's living up to that name, but she's also really good in the challenges too. And I think that's why like a lot of people are kind of gravitating towards her. And to be that young and be a Black drag queen and have that much confidence, I say go for it. She needs to just stomp all over these people and get to where the crown is. And she's well on her way to doing that. It's definitely like a super toot. Really excellent.
And she's not problematic. Lightly shady, but like she's likable. I enjoy her.
She's bitchy.
Are they
I don't know about she's not gonna win Miss Congeniality, we'll say that.
Are they lining a drag con for her?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Without a doubt. She's probably the first one I'm trying to see. But yeah, moving on. We have Mistress Isabel Brooks.
Oh,
I think that this is gorgeous. I think that it is stunning. I think she looks beautiful. I love the colors. I love the I don't know what they're called, but the crystals on her shoulder. Mistress Isabel is the standard of a drag queen this season. Like I feel like if there's been a girl who gives drag all season long, it's her.
it's Irene. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I think we agree on something. It's been quite a few episodes, but we agree.
got there. We got
Mhm.
there. It's a 2 for me. I love it. Lawrence, you want to go?
Yeah, it's definitely a 2. Although the crystals is what kind of pushes it over the line for me. Otherwise, I wouldn't have cared too much. But the makeup is gonna save Mistress every time. It really is. Like her
Yeah.
makeup is just beautiful, and I don't know. Like Deja Sky has been killing it this season. Last season, I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but this season, she got her drag together, honey. She looks good.
I think we might have a lipstick assassin on our hands.
I
You're
don't
so
think we
stupid.
do, but
Because of Alicia Keys falling? Because of that?
That's what RuPaul said. And when does RuPaul ever get it wrong? I think that
All Stars 3. Hello.
That was the cast. That was Chi Chi tired. Like, just fuck Trixie. Can I go home? Can I go home? Chi Chi is like, I'm ready to go home.
Okay.
I done told y'all twice. Nah, Mistress Isabel Brooks looks freaking amazing. I love that she just does drag. It's just, I loved her from episode 1. I think she is really, she's still in my top 4. I just think that, honestly, she could have won this week's challenge for me. I thought that her in the girl group, I thought that was pretty good. I think this look is great. The makeup, and then Michelle in her critique said, like, we're always, your makeup's going to be great. You do such good drag. Like, she's getting a good edit despite what goes on, like, in the workroom and stuff like that. She's getting a good edit with, like, critiques and things.
Yeah. Definitely a front runner.
Yeah.
Now, with Socialite, no. No.
I am hoping though that like they really kind of start to like insert Mistress with like her energy. Because this isn't the most beautiful thing that I've seen walking down the runway. So for her to just kind of like, even though she's kidding around, there's truth and jest, right? Like for her to kind of like prick at Malaysia, if I had them standing honestly side by side, I'd rather wear what Malaysia is wearing than what Mistress is wearing. Just saying.
I might agree to that, honestly. I'll have to look again. I like them both for different reasons, but it's just a matter of which one catches you more, and I might be with you on the Malaysia train. Next up, we have Aura. I actually really enjoyed this interpretation of tie-dye. I thought it was a nice juxtaposition to the bright 70s shroom, Sunny and Cher aesthetic. I thought it was nice. I like the whole what is it? Some here's a who, Horton here's a who hairstyle. I thought this was nice for Aura. I really enjoyed this aesthetic. It's a 2. Probably one of my favorites this week, actually.
Yeah, for me, this was, I love this look. I do feel like you can find this look anywhere though, like somewhere. Probably. Yeah, but it's still cute. I love the hair, the glasses. She owned it. This was a really good look. 2.
And a good way to separate yourself from the pack.
Yep.
Lawrence, what are you thinking?
It's a 2, but I also don't feel like this is drag. So,
really?
That hair was ugly. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Like the back part wasn't even like got to be glued down. I didn't know what was going on, but
that part blew. That part blew.
That's like the major part. Like if we're gonna slick it up. Like why is it puffing out like that? I don't know. It doesn't look bad. That's it.
2.
We're
Sure. Oh,
Oh.
two.
2.
Let's not get crazy.
Okay. And next up, we have Sasha Colby, who looks like she is from Memoirs of a Hidden Geisha. I didn't know who this was.
Gosh.
But I thought it was cute on the runway. I thought it was nice. Without the paint dripping from the hat, this wouldn't have been enough for me.
I agree 100%.
I have an unpopular opinion, and it might get me canceled.
Safe space. I mean, Lawrence already said Rue's about to take a nasty fall. Everything's kind of.
I didn't say she would. I said before she does.
Oh my gosh. I thought this was very 2 on the nose. Very basic.
Why is that unpopular? It was.
Oh, okay. I know you guys stand. I know this is a.
I don't stand Sasha Colby.
No,
I just recognize greatness when I see it, but she's still subject to critique. It was basic. And
a little on the nose.
It was a bodysuit. Let's just call it. It was a bodysuit.
It was. TBH, it reminds me of the season 9 ball when the girls were doing something. The construction, like
Rainbow,
stuff.
she better do.
Alexis Michelle. 2 on the nose.
Oh,
remember when Alexis Michelle wore a rainbow bodysuit with a head wrap?
Was it?
Y'all don't remember that? Because Shea Coulee wore that beautiful pink gown with the blue splotches and stuff, and Alexis Michelle literally wore a rainbow bodysuit and a head wrap.
And called it a day. Yeah, I remember that.
2 on the nose.
But Alexis Michelle wore like the the gay pride flags that you could buy on the side of the road when you forgot your gay flag at home.
Yes.
She wrapped that around her waist, and she was just like ready. I mean, she did not care at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree. Like, I'm like, such a phenomenal job in the challenge. And when she came, I was like, this is a bodysuit. And if this was anyone else, you would have been red to filth for it. If a larger queen would have put this on, they would have been red
down
for filth, like for this. And I agree with Derek. It was way too on the nose. Like, I was like, this doesn't even really give me tie-dye. This gives me rainbow. It's just a difference to me. Like, there's no blend. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to say boot. I really am. Like, if it's actually like that basic, it's a boot. At the very least, like the other girls like tried. She put on a bodysuit. Like, she put on a bodysuit. And if I'm gonna read Jax for wearing a bodysuit, then I have to read Sasha Colby for doing the same thing. Even though Jax's was really ugly, but I mean, Sasha Colby's not like much better.
Oh my god. Okay.
Mama, do you see the heels on Mama?
The heels were great.
The heels were high. The pleasers were pleasing.
But it's not a heel challenge.
They were rainbow. Okay, Mama has to see, baby. Pack a lunch. Baby, she looked great. The body was
body. She did look great. She did look great. It just wasn't imaginative enough.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
her design challenge gave me more. Oh wait, no, I'm talking. Her design challenge look a lot more like tie-dye to me than this.
I get what you're saying, not necessarily, but I think what was missing with this catsuit is the separation between colors. That's the thing with tie-dye. It looks like paint splotches. It's not supposed to look like this cascading drip of paint. It's supposed to look like there's some paint over here, there's some paint over here, there's some white separating the paint. Like, that was the problem. And I think that if there was more of a clear separation between the colors, it wouldn't have looked like a rainbow pride situation as opposed to tie-dye to die for. Derek, what were your last thoughts on this?
No, you know what she probably told her designer?
No.
Oh, you know what I want to do? Tie-dye, and just all around, just the same color, just the same, and you know what, just make it drip. And it just didn't it was just exactly that. It's
It was
exactly
that.
that. I don't know.
On the nose. Very on the nose. Next, we have
the makeup is beautiful though. Sorry, I mean the especially here.
Oh, she was stunning. She was stunning. That wasn't the conversation. It was kind of just like we could have pushed a little further, but she never looks bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a thing for her. Last but not least, we have Spice.
I'll go. It's definitely a 2. I don't know why we're frowning up like our face. She looks damn good. And this is tie-dye. It fits perfectly fine.
Girl,
she looks great.
Stop.
It's definitely a 2.
Can't get jiggy with this.
You want to top her so bad. No.
So bad.
This is she looks great. She looks great. But it's the same thing we get from.
Did she meet the expectations of the challenge?
A lot of these girls did, and we still boot them.
Who did we boot that met the expectations of the challenge? Who?
You gave Sasha Kobe a boot. Because
it wasn't tie-dye. She did not meet the it was rainbow.
Technically, it is a bit of okay. In my opinion, this is just a little basic. We've seen this from Sugar and Spice before. Like it's very.
It looks like her last week look.
Hooker Sugar baby. Her makeup looks good. Like they know how to dress. They do have great hair. The makeup is always right, but no. More. Different. Something new.
Wait, so you're booting this?
No, it's a baby too.
Okay, we'll take it. Eric.
In terms of quality of makeup, dress, and the wig, and it does fall under tie-dye, it's a very soft tube. I just think that Sugar and Spice both needed more imagination. That's the issue. I feel like they do just enough to get them through the challenge, and they don't look bad because they're not bad drag queens. They just don't look like seasoned drag queens that have individual concept. It's very much like I Googled tie-dye crop top set, and this is what I came across. And I'll juxtapose this green with a really fiery red so that it pops. But it's never anything we have not seen. It's not anything we have not seen, and that's the problem. They're just not seasoned enough, and I don't feel like they have enough of a drag perspective to take it to the next level yet. But I feel like by their 30s, if they're consistent with their drag, conceptually, they're going to be doing some shit that's like, but I feel like right now they need to like explore and travel more and see what other queens are doing and be like, okay, I could do this, but my way, and this can be elevated this way. But it never looks bad. It's a toot because of lack of imagination. I mean, it's a soft toot because it's a lack of imagination.
Yes.
I honestly missed about 20 seconds of what you said. Like my whole shit just went out. But I'm assuming that you said that it was definitely a toot because she looks good, it looks great, and even though it's the same thing over and over again, it works.
It's a toot. It's a soft toot because there's a lack of imagination.
There's imagination. It has like the nice lace detail on the side.
Lawrence,
of the
I can get all of that from Shein. I can get this whole thing from Shein.
You can't get that from Shein.
Yes,
Come on.
I can. I shop there right now.
The tie-dye on this is actually really nice. Like it looks really, really nice.
So
she looks like a little soldier.
So does Shein.
I thought it was Shein.
Fashion Nova, Pretty Girl. It's very that.
The wig is really nice too. The makeup is really nice.
But this is not a wig challenge.
I think Spice looks good. You guys are haters.
Had she made that red wig tie-dye between the I don't know, like
ugly.
No, it wouldn't have. It would not have.
With this outfit, this is like giving Aura Mayori color tie-dye, not like colorful tie-dye.
She could have played with it if it was done. Because Spice, I'm gonna just talk about Spice because she's the one in the competition. Spice has good wigs, so the wig would not have had to been ugly. If Spice said, I want a tie-dye wig, it would have been a nice wig. The wigs have not been ugly. So there's really no reason. And that's the lack of imagination I'm talking about. You can't just complete the assignment outfit-wise. If it's not something that I don't feel like I can get offline, then you need to push it above and beyond. Hence a wig. I don't know, a tie-dye heel. A tie-dye contact. What is the next level? What is the next level? And I feel like Spice is not thinking far. So I don't know. But that brings us to the end of our runway. We've already shared our thoughts about this one. We find out that this week our tops are Mistress Isabel Brooks, Sasha, Aura, with Aura winning. It's supposed to be like 4 girls in this group. Who am I missing? Sasha. Oh, in Malaysia. So, I hate that this keeps happening like that, but it just wasn't in my notes. So our bottoms this week are Anitra, Robin, Lucy, and Jax. Any thoughts?
Anitra, Robin, Lucy, and Jax. It's
Lauren, stop.
No.
Okay. Lawrence, do you agree with the tops and bottoms of the week?
Who are the tops again?
Mistress, Sasha, Aura, in Malaysia. And the bottoms were Anitra, Robin, Lucy, and Jax. Aura won the episode, of course, or the challenge.
Honestly, if it'll make the episodes longer, just send 5 of them home so we can actually get to know some of these damn queens that's like here. Like I just don't I'm so like I can't even keep up. I can't remember how anyone did. Everyone was in the top, everyone was in the bottom, fine. Like everyone was mid. I really just can't even keep up. As far as like Aura winning the challenge, it felt okay. I'm gonna filter because I almost just like slipped out.
No, say what you gotta say. No, period. Point blank, period.
Oh, you people from LA are weird. I think that like a win for Aura just is very strange. Like it's just very strange to me.
Strategic is my word.
The only reason why I think that is very strange is because I've already made up and decided in my own mind that she's not gonna win. So I'm like, if you have 2 other queens like Mistress and Sasha who did, in my opinion, slightly better,
I would agree.
why not at the very least give the win to Mistress, if not to Sasha? Like who are like what would seem as like editing wise actual contenders for the crown, because then it kind of unless they want to highlight Aura as like a front runner of some sorts, but I don't feel like this actually did that.
I'm sorry, y'all. I think I messed that up. It's Sasha, Malaysia, Spice, and Aura.
As the top?
As the top. Sasha, Malaysia, Spice, and Aura.
Okay. So you had switched out Malaysia for Mistress the first time.
Yes.
Oh, why did you do that?
It's just how it was typed.
Oh. Anyway. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I don't feel like Aura should have actually gotten, I don't feel like she should have not gotten the win. I hate saying like I don't feel like someone should have gotten the win unless it was like blatant. She did good enough to warrant a win, but I just think like storyline wise, like it's just not making sense to me how the edits have been going, and then to give her the win. It would seem as though to me that like Mistress had a great runway. She had a great challenge, and as did Aura. But I feel like they give Mistress a lot of praise, but they just won't give her a win. For Snatch Game, when they did like the two groups, you could have had 2 winners, one from each group. You really could have. Like otherwise, what's the point of splitting this up? Just have all 14 queens just go fucking crazy. Like I don't know. I'm not really understanding that, but I mean, congrats to Aura for winning. She did she was serviceable during it. As far as like we didn't get to the bottoms, right?
I said all of them, but we haven't focused on it yet. We're still focusing on the top. I do feel like I don't like the meddling by production. Sasha should have won. If this is the team that won, Sasha should have won. I don't care if it makes her look like she's a clear like front runner. Treat the episode accordingly. I feel like Sasha should have been the winner. Malaysia was cool. I really enjoyed Malaysia in the challenge, but she didn't have the best of all the runway looks. Then again, neither did Sasha.
Right.
Okay,
and Malaysia's look, I personally preferred over Sasha's look. So if you're like kind of tipping the scale, but Malaysia isn't like memorable, and she's being edited that way. You know, you cut away at like Sasha, like, and her performance and stuff. I mean, they had that camera panning back to the judges the entire time.
No.
Just so that way we can get a feel that like she's really doing probably even more incredible than she actually did. Not to say she didn't do well, but it's just too blatant, and I don't like how blatant it is. Malaysia went off on Marsha in Untucked about like just being like frustrated about whatever she was frustrated about. And I think that she like vented on Marsha a bit. I have to say, I do think that she vented on her, but it has to be really frustrating to like be coming into this competition and you're doing quite well especially after seeing what happened this episode and the critiques that Robin got. Malaysia could very well be next with the same critique, right? Like, you're safe. We don't know who you are, so bye-bye. Which would make me fearful or like have me panic a bit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't know where we're headed in this episode at this point. Like, I feel like I know the top two are, but I know nothing else. Like, in terms of the order that these girls are going home, it's no clear anything for me.
Yeah.
But we find out that our bottom two is Robin and Jax. A true travesty during Black History Month.
What's going on, Lauren? Lawrence, what are you going through?
Sorry. I'm on that stuff again. Sorry.
Oh no, sweet.
Monetization.
I know.
Oh no, sweetheart. I knew you had a relapse. I'm sorry.
Is that Donald Trump?
No, it's
no,
Carol Channing.
All collusion, lies. That's my Donald Trump. But we're not. Is that you, Eartha Kitt? I knew that was you down there.
Without my glasses, I couldn't tell that was you or Luther Vandross.
Or Luther Vandross. But anyway, I just said corn. I just said corn. Because it goes in the same way you put it in, it goes out the same way. It's just the same.
That was so good.
Thank you. I tried.
So yeah, we found out that Robin and Jax are in the bottom two, and they are performing to child. What the hell's the song? Oh, In Your Room by the Bangles. How did you guys feel about this lip sync? Derek, kick it off.
I think they should just get rid of the lip sync and then start doing lip sync assassins. And then the first lip sync assassin should be the legendary Daisha Sky. No, I thought it was boring. I wanted it to be over with. I couldn't believe like two Black queens in the bottom of Black History Month. It was very disappointing and upsetting. I think,
mind you, this wasn't filmed anywhere near Black History.
But you know what? I think RuPaul was edging himself to the idea of two Black queens being in the bottom on the first weekend of Black History Month.
Wait, you guys say the stuff that I say is out of pocket.
No, Lawrence, no.
What do you call that?
Stop it.
What do you call that?
No, nobody knows what I'm talking about. Stop it.
Everyone is jumping out the window with this. I'm just trying to have a good episode, but I don't know anymore. May take it off the channel. But
hopefully it doesn't penetrate or something.
I don't know what's happening. All right, can you continue, please?
Lawrence, what are your thoughts about the lip sync between Robin and Jax?
I think Robin did a great job. Like, I think that she was feeling the song more. Like, I was just like more glued to what she was doing. There's something about like Jax, when Jax is performing, that like I actively look away from, and I don't know what it actually is, because she was trying. I saw her do like a cartwheel and like a backflip or something like that. But for me, it could have been what she was like wearing. It just felt very cartoony. I feel like she was making fun of herself or something, like during the lip sync. And so I actively looked away from her, and I just looked at Robin, and Robin was just like flowing, and I I I liked Robin. But I mean, throughout the duration of the competition, like Robin was more kind of like my speed. Although I know more about Jax than I do about Robin, regardless. Like Robin's been more consistent, but Jax has more character in the show. So I don't know. It was evenly matched, but I feel like Robin had a bit of like more of like an edge over Jax.
You know, during this lip sync for me, it could have went either way. Because I think Jax did an amazing job. I think they both did an amazing job. I just think that in the midst of her acrobatics, there weren't times where I could clearly tell that she was lip syncing still. Like, I knew she was performing, but I was like, during the flips and stuff, she may not be saying all the lyrics. And Robin was doing a great job, and I knew she was saying the lyrics, but it was like the camera was more focused on Jax, so it was kind of like, I don't know, I couldn't tell. But I'm not mad at Jax staying. I just feel like with the way that this season went with Robin, it's like, why even keep her around? We know nothing of her. Y'all may as well send her home. That's been the clear intention. So yeah, keep Jax. I know about Jax being biracial, adopted. Not biracial. She's Puerto Rican and black. But like, I know that I know more about her than I do about Robin, other than her sleeping with Amethyst. I'm like, there's no reason for us to keep Robin. There's no reason for us to keep Robin. Even though I love Robin. She was who I would have wanted to win just upon looking at the cast initially. But, you know, hey.
I think, well, first of all, I went to the bathroom during the lip sync. I didn't care for it. But I think that this episode was really just the reason to get Robin out of the competition. Like, for a minute, even going into the episode, I was like, oh yeah, Robin. But I wanted her to, she was like an alternate of my top 4. She was an alternate because I just thought she was so stunning, so beautiful, such a woman, right? So, you know, it just made sense. And I really feel like she didn't offer anything for production through taping. So it was like, let's get her out of here. And I think they made it even more clear in the edit when they started inserting clips of RuPaul going, that thing when Tiffany is leaving America's Next Top Model and she's in the crowd, she's like, yeah, come on. Yeah, girl, stop all that. And then Tyra looks like, that was you. No, that's RuPaul's look. That's RuPaul's look. Like, that's the clip that production used, probably for something way different than Robin, because I thought she did very well in the challenge. I thought her garment was a beautiful gown, but she didn't offer anything for the show. So
it wasn't a gown.
She didn't offer anything for the show, so they just have to get rid of her. This is just an episode. This is just her episode to go. Like, let's start getting rid of girls, and yeah, let's get rid of her.
I will say props to this season for not backtracking in terms of keeping girls. There's no chocolate bar things going on. Like, these girls are growing. But then again, we've seen based on TV, we don't have time. Yeah. So they can't come back. All right. So that's pretty much.
No, it doesn't. We forgot one very notable queen.
I'm gonna cut my camera off. I can't.
And there's just literally no way we can end this without the true winner of season 15. I mean, just come on. Look at the look.
Thank you guys so much for watching
No
this
way!
episode.
You did not mute him. I am screaming. I can't.
I'm muting my mic. Fuck out of here, bitch.
What?
Yeah, can't mute that.
The viewers are going to have to sign in to make sure they're 18 and over for this episode.
Okay.
Well, then they have to do that for every episode because you've been terrible. You wanted people to die, break limbs, and all sorts of craziness.
I was just
over a
about
drag
to agree with
competition.
you. I was just about to agree and scissor with you and say that this.
Oh my God. That's why they have to sign in when they come to like the episode. You have no control.
There's no decorum on this line.
Like, you have no control.
The level of unprofessionalism.
Far too much.
But yeah, Irene she's killing it on Instagram.
Yeah, her look was really sick.
What's going to be her reunion look?
If they even get a reunion, Derek, we don't have time for a reunion.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't have time for a reunion. Better hope we get a finale. They'll probably tell us over Zoom. So now we're at the end of this episode. Who do we think is going to win the crown, or at least who are your top three? I will start with myself. It's either Lux or Sasha. That's it. Lux or Sasha. I don't see a chance for anybody else. Lauren?
You don't see a chance for Lucy?
No.
Okay. All right.
I like Lucy a lot, but I don't see it.
All right. Hell, the way this season is going, they might just only have a top two. I mean, like, yeah, no, you guys can all go. I meant that. For me, I would definitely.
6 of you bitches can go right now. Really?
Derek, you're gonna get your turn.
Girls.
Anyway, I think for me, I would go with Irene the alien. I just don't see anyone else in that light.
Girl, mute her
Lauren,
again.
Based on the contestants that are on the cast currently.
I guess the true winner is the Real Friends of WeHo. I don't know. I don't know. They're winning the airtime. They're cutting down Drag Race. They're winning. And I don't know. I don't even know if this crown would even matter if they won. I really don't. If Sasha honestly wins like this crown, I feel like it would just kind of be like just one of many that she's won in her entire career. Like, oh, okay, fitting, literally.
Miss Continental, but on MTV.
But on MTV, yeah. I mean, I'm hoping for Lux. And I think that Lux will absolutely make the finals. So yeah, Lux is my winner. But I agree, Eric. Lux and Irene. I mean Sasha.
I'm gonna say that's not what I said, but okay. Derek.
Every time I see Lux hit that stage, I say, "Oh, she's taking it." She is taking it. She is taking it. That girl has it. Oh. You ever have a piece of cake? Yeah. She is good. I love her. That's the RuPaul cackle, not the RuPaul giggle. The RuPaul giggle is... That's
y'all are so stupid.
But yeah, if anybody, maybe we can do this question next week. If anybody was to walk away with the crown right now, who would it be?
Lux.
For me, Lux. I think, record me as I'm saying this, I think Lux will win. and I think Sasha Colby will be Miss Congeniality. And you know
what about Anitra? I thought Anitra was your pick to win. What happened?
I want Anitra to bring it on a runway. Run. I just really if she does that, then we're off to
What about bringing it in the challenges? Does that matter to you or no?
She has been bringing it in a challenge. Did you not see her tonight? I mean, Friday?
That's why I said that.
Yeah, she's doing great. She's doing great in the challenges.
Great?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And Lucy is too. Dirty Berry is sweeter than juice. She's killing.
I wouldn't loop Lucy and Anitra together as if they're like not what it's giving. But I don't want this to get catty. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. Season 15, episode 6. Derek and Lawrence, I want to thank you both for being amazing co-hosts. And make sure you guys are all tuned in to RuPaul's Drag Race every Friday. I don't know the time in different regions. Just know to tune in on Friday. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye. Are you guys watching the Grammys or no?
Yes, that's what I'm hopping off.
Oh, okay. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.